Hi, Stephen here from Son of a Nation Wave, and this is day 26 of the June Daily Draw. So let's see what message we get today. And I'll be taking the first card from the Good Fortune Tarot, followed by an Oracle card from the Seasons of the Witch Litha Oracle. So let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, here we go. And today we will go there. And our card today is the Three of Wands. So this is about bringing in further growth. It's about hoping for and anticipating and expecting new growth to come in. It's having the confidence that we've put our efforts out there and they can return to us with bearing fruit from the seeds that we've sown. So, and the choices that we've made and the creative energy that we've put out there will return with, as I say, newfound growth and on which to further build. It's not the end point. We've been talking about going through this creative process, bringing things in, working our energy, creating things in our lives, and it's a process, it's a journey. We all have to start somewhere, and we may have begun and put things out there, and we can expect some kind of return on those efforts. And that's what this card is telling us, that we're going to get some kind of return on those efforts. Now, literally, our ship will come in. Now, we also have to be open to the fact that we need to be ready to receive whatever comes as a result, in whatever shape or form it takes. It may sometimes not exactly be fulfilled in the way that we imagined. Sometimes we can have surprises come in, hopefully pleasant surprises. But what we've put out there and the seeds we've sown may not actually grow the way, in coming back in return. The energy may come back to us in a surprising way, not how we pictured it, not how we thought it would happen. Sometimes it does, other times it doesn't, and we have to be ready for that and be ready to welcome in whatever shape or form the results come back to us. We put the energy out there, but the universe decides in what, it obviously will reciprocate back that energy, but it may not always do it in the way that we think, because we only see a limited part of what's going on. And there may be other factors that we haven't seen or can't see that influence the way that the energy is returned to us. And that's where sometimes you can get results that we didn't expect. And and what I'm saying is that, obviously, if it doesn't come back exactly the way we would hoped or thought it would, there's an initial temptation to be really disappointed in that and to think that we failed somehow. But not necessarily. It may be the best result for us. It's not the initial thing we pictured, but it may be the best that we can have. And it may be better than what we originally thought, for reasons beyond our understanding, that we don't know everything involved, as I say, that has contributed to the shape of what comes to us. So after we get perhaps over the initial disappointment, we need to be ready to think, well, this is what came back. So what can I do with this now? What is it that's come back? What is the nature of the growth, the results that have come back to me? And how does this take me on further? Okay, it may not be the type of growth or results that we would have anticipated, but it's the results and the growth we have, and thereby we need to be receptive to that, not reject it, but welcome it, embrace it, and work with what we have. Because those are the results we have, whether we, whatever our response, it doesn't change the results that have come back to us. So we have to deal with what we have now. And it's much better to look at it positively and recognize that it's coming in a different shape to what we thought, but it may end up being the better for it in the long run. And that's the kind of way that we need to begin to look at it. We may not totally understand as soon as it comes to us. It may take a while for things to work through. And it may be at some point in the future when we look back at this time and we suddenly see why it had to be that way. But it's only in retrospect that we see why it had to be that way, and why perhaps what we originally envisioned or pictured for it maybe wouldn't have produced the results that we needed and take us to the place where we end up. So we may, at some point in the future, when we're looking back, come to an understanding from a different perspective of looking back as to why it happened that way. But right in the moment, we might not see it until further down the line. So we have to trust that we've put the right energy out there, and this is the result. So thereby, by logical reaction, if we put the right energy out there and this is what came back, then this is the right result, whether it's what we thought it would come back as or not. It's obviously what's right for us. So we need to embrace it and work with it as we move forward. Okay, so let's see which oracle card we get to go with that. We have the Sunset Dinner. We've had this before. This is about the invitation to receive what we want. It's come to the table and receive what's been put out there. Accept what's served to you and enjoy it for what it is. An invitation awaits you. Yell to the stars that you're ready to go. So instead of being disappointed when results come back not in the exact way that you want to, instead of being disappointed, say, right, this is what's come back. This is what we have. Tell the universe, thanks. Let's go. Let's run with this now. This is what we've been served. Let's go with it. Let's make the most of it. And I think that really is what these cards are saying to us today. Okay, so that's today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 27. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone. And I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.